Doesn't matter where your chair is. I want you to turn and face the chair. And as you do, we're going to put hands palms away at the back of the chair. So I can step slightly back. I want to make sure that 2 legs of the chair are on the mat. And I want to bend in the elbows and come in and then press away. Let's keep doing that. I want to bend in the elbows, broaden across the collarbones, come in and press away. And it's not important if you don't go far. So as you come and go, we, for the most part, start out in this straight line, this plank position. The entire body moves as a unit. But let's back off and let's do more. Let's back off by putting 1 foot forward. So all of a sudden there's a wider base. And then let's take the other leg back. And if you come up off your mat, it's okay. And if what you can do instead this time is to turn your palms so they're down, you don't have to grip the chair unless you want to. You can let your hands rest on top. If that's not nice for your wrist, you can hold the sides of the chair. It would all work. But the idea is that you're going to keep the elbows close to you and then bend forward. Because your legs can take on more weight, you get to be in charge of, but do I want to push more into my hands? Do I want to make it more of an upper body strengthening and then push away? Right, let's do that again. So it becomes a really interesting push-up. It's very similar to a lunge that we take. If we were lower in our pose, we can take the front knee a little further and bend it even. But here's where I would like us to go. I want us to get to any amount of this shape of the push-up, no matter how much work you have in your arms bearing weight, and then broaden the collarbones and look ahead. Let the back bend be in the upper rib cage and push into the back leg. Okay, so that's a little bit of a different take on it. And then press away. Nice. Take the time and switch. Here comes the other leg. Decide how wide you're going to be in your feet. The wider you are, the more your legs will be a stable base. And keep it small at first. I want to come and go. And I'm trying to maximize how much I can tolerate with this being an upper body strengthening exercise. And then I'm going to come and fold and hold this position and keep the push, but I'm going to stay really wide across the collarbones, long through the neck, strong through the back leg. And then inhale and come on up. Very nice. And release, turn around so that the chair is behind you. And we want this to be a recovery. So I'm going to ask us to step slightly forward, and the arms have to go further back. But then we're going to help ourselves. And I honestly, like, it's not just using that term, we're going to back off to do more. It is truly living up to that statement. So I want to slide 1 leg back. Okay. And if I look down, my knees are even. I want my hands, bless you, I want my hands to use the chair in 2 different ways. Number 1, we're going to stay for a breath or 2 and we're going to pull forward. And I could tip the chair easily, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull with just enough effort to lift the collarbones and spread them wide. I'm using this to get traction for the arms. I want to make sure the propped up foot presses back, that we engage the gluteal muscles, right? And then I want to switch and I want to push instead. Can I spend some time pushing back? That changes where the work is through the core, how the shoulders are taking up the strength work. We don't have to grip. We can just simply press down and back, and it doesn't have to be huge to be effective. All right, relax, step closer to the chair, right up against it, slide your hands down, and let your hands press forward so that they bring the chair pressing into your body. And that is a smaller back bend through the upper rib cage. It should be a welcomed action for your shoulders. And then we'll do the other side. So quickly, your shoulders get tired here because we spend all of our day right up here in front with our arms. So we need this balance. We need it. Here we go. We're stepping away from the chair. And the other leg will slide back. The knees are flush. And I want to pull forward without tipping the chair. This is a small action. It turns the foot on, the one that's pressed back. I'm reminded to engage the gluteal muscles, to appreciate how the entire front body is opening, to let the head follow. While you're here and you don't lose any of that, change what your hands are doing and press back instead. Find some aspect of the chair, and it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to grip it. You can just rest your hands and press back. So now we have lower abdominal muscles coming more into play. Stay yet another breath. And release. Very nice. Step around. Pause and notice. You should feel that we woke up the back body for sure. We opened the front body for sure.